Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.
Batgirl, 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 Batgirl.
Surf's up at Gotham Point, and all the local surfers are shaping up for the forthcoming World Surfing Championships.
Of course the World Championship is held at Gotham Point. Where else would they have it? Someplace lame like Hawaii? Don't make me laugh. We see the Joker pull up to the beach and start his antics. In the teaser last time, he was using some kind of radio hot dog to cause trouble.
Undine. While in the Hang Five, a surfers' hangout run by one-time surfing great Hot Dog Harrigan.
Undine. Coast is clear, Joker. Hot Dog's working on his surfboard.
Between her in that bikini and Barbara in her swimsuit, we have plenty of eye candy this episode. And that's all his electronic hot dog is, a communicator. And she's with a guy named Hot Dog Harry. Oh, I get it, I think.
What are you doing to that surfboard, Hot Dog?
Fixing a ding in it. It's a little cavity. It's like being a fiberglass dentist. First you take the...
Beautiful. Toss him into a trash can and make sure the lid is closed tight.
And now he has two hot dogs. That's the plan, right? He sends Undine to tell Skip Parker he has a phone call at the Hang Five.
Skip, there's a phone for you under the Hang Five. Your adoring public won't leave you alone.
Thanks.
Who was that?
Some chick who's been hanging around the beach. I think her name's Undine. See you later.
Just remember which swimsuit has your beach bunny in it, Skip. No cheating on Barbara.
Hello? Hello?
That should be enough to make sure he doesn't try and cheat on Barbara. And it appears it's a multi-purpose hot dog. When he's done with it, he can eat it.
Take him out to the Joker-mobile. Yes, we'll run him into the 10-toe surfboard shop and get all his surfing secrets out of him. Then, after I've gotten rid of Batman and Robin for good, I will rule the waves. Me, the Joker, king of the surf and all the surfers. Then Gotham City. Later, the world.
How does becoming a world-class surfer do that? Barbara sees the Joker-mobile leave with Skip and calls her dad.
Skip Parker? Hijacked? By the Joker?
From my daughter's description, Batman, I suspect that clown prince of crime is up to some brazen new buffoonery.
Don't forget Hot Dog Harrigan. Hot Dog vanished, too? We'll rendezvous at the Hang Five at once, Commissioner. Robin and I'll take the Batcopter to save time.
You realize if you land the Batcopter on the beach, the rotor wash will throw sand in people's faces for miles around. Might want to rethink that.
If we land on the beach, Batman, we might hurt someone.
And cause undue attention, old chum. We'll set down in Pelican Cove, just north of Gotham Point, and walk down the beach just like ordinary people.
We've been milking that joke since the first episode. Batman seems to think if they act casual and normal, nobody will notice they're wearing the most outlandish get-ups the city has ever seen. While they're doing that, someone else is going undercover.
Oh, these disguises are a good idea, Commissioner. But this surfboard's getting heavy.
All in the line of duty, Duke.
Then you carry it for a while.
Duke?
Well, most true surfers are known as Duke, Skip, Rabbit, or Buzzy.
All right, Buzzy.
I'm sure the real surfers on the beach will believe O'Hara is one of them. He certainly looks the part.
You know, I've heard of long-haired musicians, but never green-haired ones.
Just a little bit harder. I know I should have tried just a little bit harder.
We then get a complete musical number with a montage of various surfers crashing in the waves. All this footage is taken from the movie Endless Summer because it was cheaper to lease the rights to that than to hire a bunch of surfers to actually go out and do this stuff.
Buzzy, I think this trash can's trying to tell us something.
Nonsense, Duke. It's an echo of the surf.
If the surf sounds like someone banging on a trash can, maybe you should stay away from it. Gotham's finest, everybody. They head to the Hang Five to wait for Batman and Robin.
Jig the Grammy.
Grammys?
No compliment. Beach bums. I should have worn our baggies.
Remember, he said that. They locate Gordon and O'Hara and sit down with him. It's a good thing those clever disguises fooled Undine.
Batman and Robin just came in.
What else is new?
Barbara had to go back to the library, but she told me to keep an eye on the girl behind the counter.
You mean the one talking to her hot dog?
That's her. Keep an eye on her and see if she does anything unusual or suspicious. We'll wait. Hello? I told you I can't talk now. I'm filming. I'll call you back.
What are you doing to me?
Oh, a simple experiment, my boy. Through my latest invention, the Surfing Experience and Ability Transferometer, all your surfing know-how will be drained out of you and transferred to me.
Technology was a lot more advanced in the 60s than any of us knew, but only a select few had access to it. Like Batman, who's using it right now to try and get some answers from the Bat computer.
What's this from the Bat computer? Picture of two naked feet.
Yes, I thought these new illustrated bat slides might prove a bit of a novelty, sir.
2 bare feet. Holy 10 toes.
10 toes.
It's time for some good, solid Batman logic.
A cryptic comment, Robin. The 10-toe surfboard shop has been closed for some time. The most appropriate hideout for Joker and a hostage. Or hostages.
Yeah, it's the perfect hideout for them because Batman says so.
These bat slides are more than a novelty, Alfred. I've learned more in the past minute from these two naked feet than we learned at Gotham Point in 1 hour.
Actually, you learned it from Robin's comment and your own scrambled thought processes. But we can give the picture credit too. Of course, the Joker's machine works. Now the surfing championship is within his reach.
Oh, the prize is the honor, the envy, respect, and adulation of all the local surfers. Where I go, they will follow. What I want, they will provide. And what I want is Gotham City to plunder and to pillage. And that is what they will provide.
How? In a previous episode, we learned that Gotham City has 8 million people. Maybe a few thousand of those are into surfing. What does he expect them to do?
Joker, do you remember those 2 antique beachcombers I told you about? Well, I think they're fuzz.
Every so often, some aspect of our 60s culture makes me cringe a little. Fuzz was the common derogatory term for the police, because if you said pig, you might get your head split open with a nightstick. How fuzz came to be, I don't know. But my favorite comment about it came in an old episode of Dragnet that I haven't been able to locate so far. Joe Friday was having a televised debate about whether or not police are needed. He was facing some professor and a well-known hippie. The moderator asked about grammar, whether the plural of fuzz is fuzzes or fuzzi. The professor was stumped. The hippie replied, no, fuzz is the plural. One fuzz is a fizz.
And I didn't dare call you again on my hot dog, so I came here instead. And I just saw Batman and Robin parking their Batmobile in an alley behind this joint.
Oh, exquisite. Their tricks for tracking me down have always been clever.
So I made sure to lead them right to you because they were probably following me. But Joker expected them to find him, and he's ready.
They will no doubt come through that window. Oh, you have the poisonous sea urchin spines, boys?
Right here, boss.
Good. Grab a handful, both of you. It won't hurt to needle the hooded has-beens a bit.
Only a select few sea urchin spines are venomous, and I don't think they're that long. Oh, never mind. Just go with it.
What deviltry are you up to now, Joker?
Oh, a simple exercise, Batman, in which the 2 of you will be processed into pre-shaped blanks, then fiberglass laminated with coats of rosin, given a high gloss polish, and finally a paraffin rub-down on your top decks.
Translation, he's making them into surfboards. By the time we come back from commercial, the henchmen have gotten pretty far in the process.
That'll look better with a coat of catalyzed rosin. Come on, let's get started. Hey, Batman's foam blank's starting to smoke. Robin's too. It's not only starting to smoke, it's starting to explode.
And indeed, it does explode.
Holy detonation.
Exactly, Robin. Catalyzed rosin is a highly combustible mixture. All I had to do was activate this portable ultraviolet bat ray from my utility belt to set off the explosion that released us from our foam blank coffins.
And it was nice of them to leave enough room inside the blank to reach that thing on his utility belt, too. His hands were tied down at his sides, and there should have been plenty of material between his hand and the belt. But it's supposed to go by quick enough that you don't stop to think about things like that. They locate Skip Parker and release him. He explains that the Joker stole all his surfing knowledge and experience, as well as his youthful vigor and energy. Time to go get it back. Batman says, I'll need the help of Dick Grayson and his surfboard, so head back to Wayne Manor, change, and meet me at the beach.
Why, even the ripples peak at 50 feet. I remember once when I was shooting the curl. Just as this hot coma was breaking, I cut into the tunnel, grabbed the rail, and rode into a side slip. Who let him out?
Batman, that's what I've been trying to tell you, Joker.
Batman comes in and challenges the Joker to the World Surfing Championship. Are there any other contestants? If it's a world-class event, I'd expect surfers from all over the world to be competing. They make it sound like it's just the two of them, which it is, because budget.
It's too late, Batman. The entries are closed.
Correction, sir.
Correction? You dare correct me, you immature mollusk?
I'm millionaire Bruce Wayne's youthful ward, Dick Grayson.
He actually calls himself Millionaire Bruce Wayne's youthful ward. He can't just say, I'm Dick Grayson, Bruce Wayne's ward. He has to turn a simple introduction into a paragraph.
Mr. Wayne's president of the Gotham Point Surfing Association.
Of course he is. He's chairman of everything in Gotham City, from the Chamber of Commerce to the committee to pick up loose change off the sidewalk. He's a very busy man. Dick says all the other contestants have dropped out, so without Batman there is no contest. Therefore, he's entered. Let the contest begin. The contest for who wore the goofiest baggies was a tie.
There'll only be one heat for the two contestants, and you'll be judged on the size of your wave, how long you ride it, and your style and sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship?
And our fellow surfers will be the judges. Go for your surfboard. Mine's outside.
Barbara Gordon appears and takes Skip out to watch the action. We see a bunch of green screen stuff like that while the people on the beach rattle off all kinds of surfer talk. Supposedly, they're describing what the two contestants are doing, but it looks and sounds more like an excuse to try and sound hip. Emphasis on try.
Look there! A shark! What's that in his hand?
Shark spawn.
How many points does Batman get for that?
I've tallied all the judges' points. You got 1 for being the more colorful surfer. Batman got all the rest, including 50 for avoiding a dangerous hazard, a shark.
That answers that question.
Well, what about my tricks and my technique?
You mean my tricks and my technique?
Hey, Joker, I think the wind's changing. It's not exactly blowing your direction anymore.
Say, something is pounding in this trash can. Hot dog Harrigan?
It was just a little joke.
Some joke, kidnapping me and dumping me in a trash can.
Get out of here!
Batman starts after them. Barbara Gordon and Dick Grayson both suddenly have to pee. Okay, that's too much. Where did they keep the costumes? I have a theory about Barbara that I'll toss out there one of these days. But while they're doing that, Joker and company are trying to lock themselves inside the Hang 5, which is where these two are right now. I wish I could show you this whole fight scene because the way they use the props and the scenery is beyond brilliant. It's one of the best they've had yet.
He's all yours, gentlemen.
Oh, gentlemen, those two hodads.
Commissioner Gordon and Chief O'Hara to you, Joker.
Cowabunga, Bigora.
Okay. Barbara Gordon appears from the ladies' room. It appears she missed all the action.
Oh no, Batgirl's not gone again.
I just passed her in the ladies' locker room. Are you all right, Skip?
I will be, as soon as they hook me and the Joker up to that reverserometer and reverse it.
Cowabunga.
Bigora.
That was almost painful. In the epilogue, the dynamic duo are exhausted. They take their leave of Commissioner Gordon and head home for some much-needed rest. But they may not get it.
For what startling new crime wave has already begun across the sea from Gotham City?
I don't know. Why does Batman care?
are these two new conspirators?
They're Rudy Valley and Glynis Johns. It should be right there on your cue card.
Batman and Robin haven't the foggiest notion, but they'll travel 3,000 miles to tangle with these treacherous
Might have your boat packed a little too loose there, old chap.
manhunt of all time in that great
Way too loose.
world, Londinium.
We're not allowed to say London. We have to call it by its ancient Roman name.
Don't become fog-bound. Watch the next episode. Cheerio.
All right, can you say trying too hard? I still don't see the reasoning behind Joker's plan. How does becoming a champion surfer enable him to take over Gotham City and eventually the world? He said surfers will do anything for him, but he still didn't say what he wants them to do. I had to wonder if we did this episode because some famous surfer wanted to be on the show, but I couldn't find a pro surfer in the entire extended cast. So I'm still at a loss as to what this plan was supposed to accomplish. Undine was nice to look at, but she's all wrong for the Joker. She seems to have a functioning brain. And I still want to know how Barbara Gordon hid her Batgirl suit under that swimsuit. That has to be where it was, because she wasn't carrying a bag or anything when she went into that locker room. And she wasn't carrying anything when she came out after she changed back either. So she has to be wearing it. That means all of it, including the utility belt, has to be made of some kind of super compressible material that she can squish down to nothing and hide under thin fabric like that swimsuit. That's my first theory. Let's hear yours. I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.